$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
Everybody comes in your grandmother ear.
With three.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you." If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it. And where it should have...
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Everybody comes in your grandmother. 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 Everybody comes in your grandmother.
Do not come. Do not come.
They're coming all over the place. They weren't coming because they couldn't get in. They're coming all over the place. They weren't coming because they couldn't get in. Everybody comes in your grandmother. They weren't coming because they couldn't get in. Once they think they can get in, they're coming, and they are coming at levels that you haven't even seen yet.
Hello, users! users, and welcome to another episodic installation of the goddamn. I got a Max dog who's currently circling me right now. He is circling me for an unknown reason. Okay, he's going away. Hello, users, and welcome back. This is a show. Well, it's not really a show. It's an experience, okay? It's an experience. We are experimenting with multiple kinds of experiences on today's program. So, you know, it's a show. You could watch the show. You could see the show. You could tell your friends about the show. There's a lot going on here when it comes to this show. And I would like to show you the show. So we have a show going on today. We got Retro Boomer in the chat. We got Goober 13 in the chat. We got Abner about to sleep. We got Glam Girl Adel. Farminostopheles. We got Myler. We got Bob of the Carmody variety. Where's other Bob, by the way? I haven't seen other Bob pop up in a while. And many, many more. So we got a show. I have a show lined up. Will I do the show? I'm not sure if I'll do the show. You know what? Actually, maybe I won't do the show. You know what? I have it lined up, but that doesn't mean I have to do it, right? Like, why can't I just hire someone else? Like, I line up the show, and then someone else actually does it. Is that possible? Could we get, like, a substitute? Would people still watch this show if there was a substitute? Like, you know, it's the same layout. I select all the news stories, but then some other motherfucker comes on here. Would anyone watch that? I don't know. Anyway. So, I keep getting many people telling me to do TikTok. I'm looking into it. I maybe will do TikTok. I don't know. But anyway, let me fix my camera here. Of course, I have my camera stand on a bunch of books and divots. So, it's about to fall the fuck over. Anyway, there's a show! Alright, so let's do the show. Let's start off the show. I mean, there's a lot to talk about for today's program. There really is just so much. So many things. So many stuffs, you know, so much going on in this world that needs to be discussed. So let's start with, once again, COVID. So the Joe Biden administration is, you know, they're not my favorite. So ignore this guy in the bow tie. I'm not watching this video. But Biden administration will stop buying COVID-19 vaccines, treatments, and tests as early as this fall. When is fall again? Oh, right. Fall is next month. Okay. Huh. So let's skip this guy in the bow tie. I'm sure he's a great person. But the Biden administration has been planning for how to get past the crisis phase of the COVID-19 pandemic. Reminder, Joe Biden ran on stopping COVID dead in its tracks. He declared victory 5 times and... all right, I guess we're done again. Why not, right? It's not like, I don't know, we're having hundreds of people die in this country every day. No. It's not like, you know, there's a pandemic going on or anything, and, you know, we stopped doing contact tracing as if we did it in the first place anyway. It's not like, you know, we stopped doing testing, data collection, you know. No. I mean, if you look at wastewater testing, it appears that we are in the middle of a giant crisis surge. So, you know, what better time to declare victory once again? Isn't that great? Quote, one of the things we've spent, this is the fucking COVID-19 response coordinator, Ashish Jha. One of the things we've spent a lot of time thinking about in the last many, many months. And we're going to continue this work, and you'll hear more from the administration on this, is getting us out of the acute emergency phase, where the U.S. government is buying the vaccines, buying the treatments, buying the diagnostic test, Xia said in an event sponsored by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce. I mean, I love this shit. Okay, so the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, like a far right-wing fucking organization that basically, like, you know, tries to cement capitalist trickle-down economics into our society. So the fucking guy in charge of COVID goes there for some reason. I don't know. Right? And it's like, don't worry, we're going to stop buying the tests. But guess what? Private companies get to buy the tests. Isn't that wonderful? Private companies will increase their prices. Hello, Chamber of Commerce. I have great news for you today. Again, this is like, I love it. My hope is that in 2023, you're going to see the commercialization of all of these products, as if that's a good thing. Isn't that great? So the COVID-19 response coordinator, this is the guy who directly talks to Joe Biden about COVID-19. The commercialization is coming, everybody. Like, what? What? The one good thing the government did during this pandemic was provide free vaccines and free tests. That was it. And now they're like, oh, we did a great job. Well, let's just stop doing it. Well, I just like... Oh, yeah. Some of that is actually going to begin this fall. In the days and weeks ahead, you're going to see commercialization of some of these things, he said. Availability of those products would transition to the regular healthcare system. Oh, great. The regular healthcare system. Isn't that wonderful? So if you're someone like me who doesn't leave the house, triple vaccinated, wears a mask every time I go out, and then you get COVID... right? Because the government gave up. Now, I get to go to the regular healthcare system and pay full price for COVID treatment. Isn't that great? Isn't that fucking wonderful? Isn't that, like, such a cool thing? And, like, I love that this article, like, this is from CNN, by the way. CNN Health. CNN Health. Oh, you know, this is what we want to show people about how to live a healthy lifestyle. And we'll give them this information. Jesus fuck. Jesus. I love this. You'd get it from your doctor or from a hospital. You know, this phrase has always triggered me. As a poor person, as someone who's always been like gutter trash in the fucking class society here, right? The your doctor thing. I every time I read, like, it's on commercials all the time. Ask your doctor. It's on, you know, it's in television. Like, the implication that everyone in this country just has a doctor. You ever think about that? I'm going to do a poll in the chat. Do you have a doctor? Like, would you say that, oh, let me ask my doctor about this? I'm just curious. Because I've never had a doctor. I've been to the doctor several times and maybe had, like, you know, like, whatever. But I've never had, like, a doctor that I can call without spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fucking dollars. You know what I mean? So this idea that it's just like, oh, the average, I think I read an article that was like 100 million Americans don't have like a primary care or something. But like this, oh yeah, just ask your doctor for the COVID treatment. Oh, really? Oh yeah, I'm going to ask my doctor that I don't fucking have. Oh, great. It's like, I just, updated boosters available next month. In the spring, the Biden administration asked Congress for $10 billion to fund additional pandemic response efforts, but a deal to pass the funding stalled. Oh, really? Now, note, again, the language here. The language from CNN. Who wrote this? What genocidal neo-Nazi freak wrote this shit? Brenda Goodman. Hopefully not related to Saul Goodman. But again, this genocidal maniac is tweeting, or is writing this fucking shit. In the spring, the Biden administration asked Congress for $10 billion to fund continued pandemic response efforts, but a deal to pass the funding stalled. So that is like obfuscation is putting that very lightly. What happened? Does anyone remember? Right. Okay. So Joe Biden put a bill, right? Put a budget bill or whatever, right? For multiple things, funding the war in Ukraine, funding COVID response, right? And then he decoupled COVID response from the Ukraine response. And then Republicans, of course, only voted for the Ukraine thing. And then, of course, COVID was left on the table because Joe Manchin doesn't care. But that's not stalling. That's Joe Biden deliberately and the Democratic Party deliberately removing COVID-19 response funding from the bill. It didn't stall. There was no stalling. To imply that it's stalled is like, you put the car keys in and then the car doesn't start. Like, what can you do, right? That's not this situation. It didn't stall. They just chose not to do it. They chose not to do it. There's no stalling. But of course, if you don't keep up with the news, you're going to read this and go like, oh, well, Joe Biden tried to do something. He ain't got to. Oh, wow. Right? Like, Jesus, fuck. Jha said the funding stalemate forced officials to repurpose money from other efforts, like building up supplies of tests and protective equipment for the strategic national stockpile. Oh, yeah, we don't need a strategic national stockpile of tests and PPE. No. Let's get rid of all that. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Officials plan to use that money to buy updated vaccine booster shots to protect against BA4 and BA5 coronavirus subvariants, which Jha said would be ready in early to mid-September. I would like to get to a point where every adult in America who wants a vaccine can get one. No. No, this idea that it's everybody who wants a vaccine. Motherfucker, and I will not stop demanding this. Grab your belts. Go to the fucking thrift store. You know how they have the belt rack at the fucking thrift store? Buy them all and tie these fucking morons down and force vaccinate them. That's the only way out of this pandemic. It's been the only way out of this pandemic since it started. It will only always be the only way out of this pandemic. We can't just fucking, we're just going to let some people not vaccinate themselves, and then a new variant's going to emerge in those populations after it rips through and kills a bunch of people, and then it's going to affect the other people who actually decide to get the vaccine, and then we're going to go through the eternal loop. But guess what? This government doesn't give a shit. This government doesn't care. We are living through a genocide right now. 1 million dead motherfuckers in this country alone. And that's a significant undercount, right? Millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of people with permanent disabilities as a result of this pandemic. And they're still pretending like, if you had better you go right. Shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking prick. These are genocidal neo-Nazi freaks. I want you to understand this. This is genocide. This is eugenics. This is purposefully, knowledgeably targeting disabled populations for extermination without having to build a gas chamber. That's what this is. Anyone, if you want to try to convince me otherwise, you will have a very difficult time to do so. You're telling me the White House isn't aware of what demographics are dying most from COVID? You're telling me they just don't know? They have no idea that disabled people are the primary denomination of folks that are dying in this pandemic? They just don't know? They don't know that it's primarily, as far as racial demographics, more black people than white people are dying, right? They don't know that? Really? You're telling me the White House doesn't have access to this information? The White House pandemic coordinator doesn't know this? Of course they know this, and that's part of the scam. They get to kill all the people of color, they get to kill all the undesirables, kill all the poor people, kill all the disabled people, but wait, whoops, we're gonna create an entire new class of millions of new disabled people. So guess what? The calculation didn't work so well, right? This country is fucking stupid. This is a dumb shit fuck country. A dumb shit fuck ass country. Now again, I'm glad a new booster is coming out. That's good. Oh, a bad flu season is expected. Really? Okay, so let me get this straight. So we've done nothing about COVID. We declared victory. Then we did nothing about it again when a new variant came, then declared victory. Then a new variant came, we did nothing, declared victory. Then a new variant came, we did nothing, we declared victory. Then a new variant came, we did nothing, we declared victory. And now a bad flu season is expected? Whoa. Holy shit! Holy moly! Jha urged all Americans to get the new boosters once they become available. He stressed that the fall and winter could be tough in the United States if the flu makes a comeback as is expected. Oh, really? Wow. It could be tough. It could be tough. Wow. It could be? It could be tough? I want to remind everyone the last couple winters we had throughout this pandemic. Reminder, after Joe Biden won the election, he was like, we got to prepare for a dark winter. And then Donald Trump did this whole thing where he's going to like try to kill as many people as he can before the office is before he leaves office, right? Then Joe Biden gets into office, right? And then, we're going to fix the world, declares victory 3 times, right? And then wintertime comes, Omicron surge, million cases a day, again, hundreds of thousands of dead motherfuckers. Didn't we hit like an absurd amount of like deaths per day or something, like 3,500 deaths per day on average, like in January or something? And now you're telling me we've done nothing. We declared victory 4 more times. And all of a sudden, it's going to get any better? No, of course not, motherfucker. Like, how many times do we have to declare victory? Like, 30 more times? Like, should we just spam the fucking victory button? Like, seriously, I'm asking, like, how many more times is the U.S. going to declare victory before we actually start doing something about this fucking shit? Like, this idea that Joe Biden, like, I literally cannot believe that Joe Biden has declared victory from the pandemic, like, 5 different times. Like, to me, that's absurd. Like, the moment you feel compelled to do it a second time, you've already failed. You know what I mean? Like, This is sad. This country is sad. It's a genocidal, neo-Nazi freak fest. I don't know what else to tell you. What person would have all of this information, right, and decide, you know what, let's do nothing? Other than a genocidal neo-Nazi. I can't think of another person. You're telling me a liberal who believes that all people are treated equally would allow a pandemic to primarily kill people of color, disabled people, elderly people? I mean, maybe a liberal would. I don't know. Liberals are kind of fucking crazy. But I don't know, man. Seems like eugenics to me. Hey, maybe I'm a little crazy. I don't know. But how many family members need to die before something? How many friends need to die? I read an article I don't know when it was. My perception of time is very flawed. But I read an article at some point that said that, like, almost every workplace in America has had someone, like, die from COVID. Or, like, become severely ill and then, like, can't work anymore or something. But, like, almost every workplace in America, like, every Wendy's, every McDonald's, right? Every Subway, they've all had someone over the last 3 years, have to leave work because either they died or they got permanently disabled. Right? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking insane? And now I'm gonna shift this over to the stupid fucking Americans for a bit. I know a lot of people don't like when I talk about the fucking voters, the electorate, the people. Oh, they don't know any better. They don't know any better. They're just walking around. Their school system never taught them anything. They gotta go to work and die. You know what? Now again, if you're like 20 years old, whatever. Okay, you don't need to be a super genius at 20 years old, okay? But I just want to say, if you have a kid, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 15. I don't care if you're 25. I don't care if you're 20. If you have a child, you have a responsibility to make sure that child grows up in a world that is safe for them. If you have a child and you don't learn about the world that you're bringing a life into, you don't study, like, the government of the country that you brought your child into against their will. You don't educate your child on how to combat this horrible fucking society that we live in. I personally think you're evil. I think you're evil. I don't care how old you are. If you are going to have a child and you are not properly educated in stuff like, I don't know, wearing a mask, taking fucking medicine when you're sick, getting a vaccine before you get sick, if you're not educated in this, you shouldn't be having kids. It's that simple. You are an evil motherfucker. If you choose to bring a life into this world and you equip that life with nothing, that is tantamount to child abuse and torture. That's my opinion. But again, we have so many stupid fucking people in this country. Stupid fucking people. Stupid fucking people that don't wear masks in a pandemic because, oh, my face itches. My face itches. I can't wear a mask. I can't do it. Goddamn, my cheeks get hot. I can't wear a mask. Ooh. You ever hear these fucking excuses these people come up with? Jesus fuck. I mean, I am sick of this stupid fucking country. I am sick of this stupid fucking country. Stupid fucking country, man. Holy shit. What a stupid fucking country. Holy hell. Yeah, I'm not having any fucking kids. Imagine bogging myself down in the fucking apocalypse to have a kid running around. Like, if I had like 1% faith that the system will hold and society won't crumble from climate change and other disasters, maybe I'd consider having a kid. I have 0% faith. Like, imagine fucking having a kid going like, Mommy, why are the streets exploding with geysers of lava and hellfire? And it's like, oh, I don't know. And then, like, we get hit by a meteor or something, you know? Like, I don't want to go through that. I want to have that experience by myself, you know? Woo! Imagine having kids. I can't even look after myself. I would much rather adopt everyone in my chat room and teach them how to eat fiber than have my own kids. And like, I will teach you how to take care of yourself. I will teach you how to brush your teeth and get up at the same time every day. I will teach you how to cook for yourself. I will teach you how to clean. I will teach you everything you need to know for you to finally take care of yourself. I should offer that as a course. One of these days, we'll rent out a hotel for a couple weeks and I'll teach everyone how to be a normal person. And then, and only then, and only then will I think about having actual kids. My mom always says, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to be like this when I tell her. Well, I mean, at least your mom acknowledges it. Never be sorry, toxic death, it's all good. My doctor is the emergency room, even for stuff like my teeth. Yeah, I've never been to the emergency room, but the last doctor I had was when I was like 13 years old. So, looking good today. I like the shirt. This is a hoodie, actually. Check this out. Huh? 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 But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty good. I buy medication rather than seeing a doctor. I don't know really anything about over-the-counter medication. My mom was a little bit of a... Well, my mom had two intersecting things. Like, one, too poor to buy medicine, right? It's cheaper to just rough it out. And then two, my mom had like a weird kind of like anti-medicine thing going on for a bit. I don't know. So anyway, I don't really know anything about over-the-counter medication. Like, I know what Tylenol is. I've had Tylenol before in my adult life. I've had Benadryl before, but I think that's it. I don't really know anything about pharmacies or what's on the shelves or anything. I'm at a permanent disability. My mom says that's what Andrea is doing to my son. What? Adopting? Because I'll adopt your son. I mean, clearly, you know, could use an upgrade, right? So, anyway. I have been on hormones for like almost 6 years, and I've had bouts of having no access to it, so that sucks. Toxic death. I think you said you live in the UK, right? Am I correct on that? Anyway, I know it's really bad over there. But like also it's really bad over here because I've moved like in North Carolina, being trans in North Carolina and dealing with that whole thing. Yikes. Like the nearest fucking clinic they would offer any healthcare service was 5 hours away from me. 5 hours away from me. Now, fortunately, they could do like the online like Zoom shit, right? But like, that was the closest fucking thing, was 5 hours away from me. Isn't that crazy? What kind of coffee should you get? You should get black ass coffee. I lived in shitfuck, bumfuck, motherfuck, North Carolina. I think. I don't remember the name of where I lived, but that sounds about right, if I remember correctly. All right. So we got a crazy story here. This one is just great. The only cream I want is stuff that does not belong in the coffee. Let me just tell you. Got a seltzer here. Spilled on my keyboard. Yeah, I pretty much exclusively drink black coffee. Sometimes I'll put like a 0 sugar sweetener in there, but that's very rare. You have to keep stockpiling. Yep, my opinion is, I don't know if I should say this. But I mean, at least it applies in American context, because you said you're not allowed to get blood tests. Should I say this? I don't know. If you're doing a blood test, try to like do like a half dose a couple days beforehand. And then if your doctor notices that, they'll say, oh, we need to up your dose. When in reality, you don't. And then you can get like double the prescription, and then you can stockpile. And don't do that, because that's not good. But you know what? I wouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. But it is a thing that is possible. So, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Have I done it before? No. Could you do it? No. But is it something to discuss in a comedic sense? Sure. Put milk in my coffee, ... Is that like a sexual thing? Or are you talking about like actual milk? I don't like milk. Yeah, boomers. I mean, I learned this trick from people that have pain pill prescriptions. Stockpiles of medicine. Of course. Doctors here could get you estrogen and Spiro straight away, but they won't. That's one of the downsides of the UK system, is that, you know, you're pretty much at the behest of transphobic boomers that don't understand anything about medical science, you know, post 1973. Well, Toxic Death, if you want to send me a message on Twitter or something, I can help you out. I have experience with DIY. I have experience with going through blood testing things. I have all that kind of stuff. So if you need help, feel free to DM me and I will hit you up later. Because, you know, like, you know, one of the other things is, you know, I've been on this shit for 6 years, right? So, like, you know, I can recognize, like, if you're overdosing, there's, like, ways to tell just going off of vibes. And if you're underdosing, you know, you can kind of go off of vibes. But, you know, the blood tests really are kind of important. But without them, you know, there's still things you can do. Anyway, let's get into the news. Let's drink some more coffee. 40% of my audience are fellow poors. I have 60% of people watching me are in the ivory tower as we speak. 60% of my viewers are like, you know, like the fucking, what's that tower called in Dragon Ball? The fucking, you know, the big ass tower. You know what I mean? With the cat, Corrin's tower. That's it. Yeah. That's like, y'all are looking down on Earth from that tower. Like the ivory tower. You know, extremely wealthy, super rich, Clintonite, like probably was on Epstein's Island. 60% of my viewers. 60% of my viewers are staring down from the ivory tower. Oh, you fucks. I'm just old enough to qualify for Medicare. Well, 40% of my audience is like, fuck yeah, brother. Fellow poors, where are we at? Fellow poors, what's up? And then imagine there's like fire coming out behind me. Kami's Lookout is the lookout. The tower is Corrin's tower. Kami's Lookout's above Corrin's tower. And then you got to put the pole in. Love Dragon Ball. And I'd hardly call my state-funded health insurance an ivory tower. An ivory tower. Oh, you rich pieces of shit. Limousine, liberal, champagne, socialist, cocksucking, ivory tower elites watching this stream. You have a personal doctor. Okay. Yeah, okay, buddy. All right, let's get back into the news here. Because there's some really good news here that I want to get into. This is probably the funniest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. So check this out. Republicans in New Mexico are furious over Breaking Bad statues. Quote, "We're glorifying meth makers." Oh. Holy shit. So let's see what they have to say. This is the decision to erect 2 statues of Breaking Bad characters Walter White, played by Bryan Cranston, and Jesse Pinkman, played by Aaron Paul, at the Albuquerque Convention Center in New Mexico is causing an uproar among some of the state's Republican figures. The statues were unveiled July 30 at a ceremony attended by Cranston, Paul, Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan, and Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller. Gilligan said at the statue's unveiling that honoring 2 fictional infamous meth dealers wouldn't be celebrated by everyone in New Mexico. That's good that he baked that in. Adding, in all seriousness, no doubt some folks are going to say, wow, just what our city needed. And I get that. I see 2 of the finest actors America has ever produced. I see them in character as 2 larger-than-life tragic figure cautionary tales. Turns out Gilligan was right. Albuquerque-based conservative talk radio host Eddie Aragon and Republican State Representative Rod Montoya are 2 Rod. I love the name Rod. Like, hey, what's your name? I'm Rod. Like, whoa. Okay, buddy, you're Rod? All right. 2 public figures condemning the 500-pound statues. I'm glad New Mexico got the business, but really, Montoya recently told Fox News, we're going down the road of literally glorifying meth makers? It's not the type of recognition we want for the city of Albuquerque or for our state, Aragon added, noting that what you saw on Breaking Bad should be a documentary, honestly. I think, really, that is the reality of New Mexico. We try to say it's fictional, but that's the reality. We joked about Breaking Bad should be on PBS. That is, unfortunately, the reality. How many times is this guy? It's reality, goddamn, it's reality. It's not a dream. It's the reality. It's the real world. It's reality. It's going on. It's the real life. It's real life. He said reality like 12 times. Aragon blasted the state for erecting Breaking Bad statues after it decided to take down a statue of Spanish conquistador Juan de Oñate, who was the first Spanish governor of New Mexico. What relation? Like, what possible relation? What possible relation would these 2 things? A TV show made 10 years ago and a Spanish conquistador from the, like, what? These people. Now we have brand new statues are gone added. We're putting fictional characters out in front. We have Jesse Pinkman and of course Heisenberg, and we have now erected statues of our progressive mayor from the city of Albuquerque is still behind them. We're funding those, so it's okay to get rid of real historical figures. And now, somehow, it's even better to have fictional drug dealing figures. Oh! Holy shit. Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller said it was appropriate to erect the Breaking Bad statues given the positive economic impact the show has had in the city over the years. Yeah, I want to go to Albuquerque one day and look at all the scenes from the show. That sounds great. He added, while the stories might be fictional, jobs are real every single day. The city is also a character we see ourselves in many ways, good and bad. So, we got comments here. Walter White posted a comment. Oh. Alright. Anyway, that's funny. I would be remiss if I didn't cover this one. That is funny. Holy shit, man. These fucking people are really dumb. Like, they're really dumb motherfuckers. Like, Jesus Christ.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
God damn. Oh. My daughter went to New Mexico and worked on the movie set of some UFO thing. I forgot the name. She's friends with the director, Roswell. What? Your kid's in a movie? Hit me up! I want to watch the movie. Oh, that's Sandy's kid! Oh! I'll do a movie review. I'll do a movie review and then I'll pump her up at the end. You know, it's like, you know, really the star of this movie is a character. You know, she only had one line, but really it was a great line. It was delivered wonderfully. It was a really good line. Yeah, I'll do the whole thing. This is great. YouTube says, now would be a good time to insert ads. Creators earn more money inserting ads the more viewers are watching. Give it a try. Okay. Insert ad today. I click the button. Wow, I inserted the ad. Does that mean it's playing now? Like, what is the ad is here? Did I make the ad? I'm in the Mighty Ducks. They filmed it in the new Hope Ice Arena, and a bunch of us kids were extras in the. You're in the Mighty Ducks. You motherfuckers! I swear to God. You're in the... I don't even know what the Mighty Ducks is, to be honest. I've heard of it, but I don't really know what it is. But that's great. You gotta point it out. Like, give me a screenshot and point it the fuck out, and I'll watch the movie. You skipped the ad? That's fucked up. That is fucked up. Johnny Too Late. My mom is extremely triggered right now, yelling and screaming over Andrea saying that she would be well, I mean, first of all, that was like, what, 10 minutes ago? Like, tell this bitch to calm the fuck down. That was like 10 fucking minutes ago, bitch. You're trapped in the past. You gotta get out of the past and move on. MoveOn.org, you know what I mean? Get the hell out of here. Oh, no. My mom started watching your show. Oh, fuck. How about now? All right. Trans World Skateboarding. Trans World Skateboarding. Okay. That sounds like I don't know anything about that. That sounds good to me. You went to a Bill Maher show? Alright. You know what? Spit Dragon had to ruin it for everybody. You went to a Bill Maher show? Okay. 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 You went to a Bill Maher show. Alright. That's enough. Anyway, let's get on with the news. Transgender student rejected from every University of Alabama sorority. So I wanted to read this because it's Fox News. And, you know, I don't think that many people... I know that the average awareness of my chat is probably higher than most people. But I don't think that many people really understand just, like, how difficult it is to exist as a trans person just in the world, especially in a state like Alabama. And then, of course, you know, this is how right-wing media will treat you. Like, if you do anything at all that gets into the news, right-wing media is going to treat you like absolute garbage. Why? Did you, I don't know, kill someone? No. Did you hurt someone? No. Were you mean to someone? No. Did you steal? No. Did you cheat on something? No. But you were breathing oxygen on planet Earth. And so now right-wing media hates you, right? So that's pretty much, right, that's just how it goes being transgender in America. A transgender woman was rejected by all University of Alabama sororities during their student recruitment process, according to a social media post from the student, Grant Sykes. And then, of course, it says a biological male. Like, that doesn't mean anything. What is a biological male? Biological means alive. Alive! So, last time I checked, this is a transgender woman, and she is alive. Therefore, she is not a biological male. Like, again, like, if you want to use language that's like, oh, super scientific, we got to be very scientifically accurate, say transgender woman. That's scientifically accurate. Say, I don't know, they were born assigned male at birth. That's scientifically more accurate than saying biological male. Biological does not mean anything. It means you are alive, motherfucker! You are alive! Alive! That's all it means! Biological is not like some secret super code for, like, you know, the fucking chromosome bullshit. If you want to say chromosomal male or whatever, say chromosomal. Don't say biological. Biological means alive. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And of course, they misgender this person. Denied entry to all of the sororities on campus. There are nearly 20 campus chapters. Unfortunately, the chapter is closed. This chapter is closed. The recruitment journey is over for me, Sykes wrote. Being dropped from my last house this morning during primary recruitment at the University of Alabama doesn't come as a surprise, considering out of almost 20 chapters, I was dropped by every single one except 2 before day 1. Now, again, of course, this is in Alabama, right? So these stupid fucking idiots in these Alabama sororities are just, you know, they're just horrible people. They're terrible people. You know what I mean? Like, they're really bad people. I mean, I don't know, like, to me, the idea that you would hate someone who has done nothing to anybody else, to me, is just, it's, you know, I can't process that information. I really, like, to hate someone because of their skin color, their gender, you know, like how tall or short they are, to me, or what, like, it's just, it's insane. It's insane. Like, these people are crazy. These people are crazy. I'm hopeful of a future where everyone is welcomed for just being themselves everywhere. Me too. If you are going through a hard time today, remember that life is too short to ponder on the things lost. Choose happiness and always look for positive things throughout life. Move on, see good, see the bad, hope for the best, brave the worst. And in a TikTok, Sykes said, I'm sad because I wanted to be a part of a sisterhood and more than that, a community. Now, again, I wanted to talk about this because, like, right-wing media will just harass the shit out of this person. And it's not just like, oh, there's an article about how a stupid tran is, you know, failing in public. Let's look at the comments. This is really what I wanted to look at here. There's 56 people typing, 8,000 comments, right? This is the real damage. I want people to understand that this is the real damage, right? It's not that, oh, you got shouted out in the media and demonized in the media, but it's not just an article that's really bad and upsetting. There are 8,000 comments. There are 57 people typing right now, right? And all of these people, a good chunk of them, are going to go look this person up and send them death threats, harass them personally, because I know whenever I have been in the media, right, whenever it was, when I was doing a lot of protest stuff last year, I was in the media a bunch. And whenever there would be like a big media thing, I would get, the way I would find out that I got published in something was I would look at my phone. Oh shit, I've got 30 notifications and it's a bunch of people telling me to kill myself. I must have been published somewhere, right? That's how you know. That is for a transgender person, for any kind of minority, really. How you know you're in the media is not, oh, your mom texting you, I saw you on TV. It's, oh, we have 40, like, weird, like, 50-year-old adult males sending me death threats. That's how you figure out you're in the media, right? And so that's the fucking shit that really is insane to me. Because, again, people they'll comment on your shit, they'll harass you personally, and then, like, if you respond, it's just, the more you respond to it, the more they're going to get, like, obsessed with hating on you. And it's insane. It's insane. It's in-fucking-sane shit. So you can read a bunch of these comments. And it's just sad. It's just sad. This is just sad shit. So, solidarity here. It's just sad. It's sad that the way our society works, right? Instead of getting mad at people that actually screw us over, 8,000 people are just typing, I can't believe that a transgender was trying to go to school in my America. Can you believe that the transgenders are going to goddamn Alabama? Oh, whoa. You know, like imagine, like, I need you to really try to put yourself in the mind of these fucking psychopaths. Like, I'm serious, like, imagine, like, you know, like, those other, like, stories you read about, like, you know, oh, a kid was trying to put up a lemonade stand, but they didn't get a business permit, so they got shut down. Right? Imagine all the comments going like, oh, what a stupid fucking kid. Stupid fucking kid. You should have learned your lesson, you dumb fucking kid. Where's this kid's YouTube page? I'm going to go harass the shit out of them. Oh, we have their address. Let's send them death threats. No, they'd probably be like, oh, shit, that's a sad story. But when you're trans, it's not a sad story anymore. You're a crazy groomer pedophile. Woo! Right? Like, what? What? Like, yeah, like, what? It's insane. It's insane fucking shit. It's insane fucking shit. It's insane shit. Anyway, so I just wanted to cover that a little bit. Give people who don't deal with this a little bit more perspective. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm suffering, and so are people like me. We are suffering. And you know what? We need a little bit more. You know about white guilt? We need some cis guilt. How many fucking cis people are watching me? You got to give me money right now. So I have a tip jar. You can give me money. Super chat. You can give me that. You know, I am, you know, I need reparations from the cis people that are watching me. This is all their fault. This is their society. They constructed it. It's their fault. I didn't do anything. So give me money, and maybe I'll decide that not all cis people are bad if you give me money in the tip jar. So there you go, folks. I'm waiting for the money here. It appears I'm not getting any money. So oh, there we go. $4.99 from Mod Darmo. We love you and what you do. Thank you. I got a dog coming over here. Maxie. Maxie. Where is this pup? Maxie, come here. Check this out. Check this. Maxie, come here. Maxie, come here. Maxie, come here. Come here. Wah! You puppy. Look at this dog. You got pause. Damn, what a dog. What a dog. I'm gonna turn my AC on. What a dog, y'all. What a dog. What a fucking creature. Holy mackerel. Love those dogs. Anyway. We got some news here. And let's see what we got. Oh, let's talk about Liz Cheney. I almost forgot to talk about Liz Cheney. Holy mackerel. How could I almost forget? All right, let's do it. So, folks, Liz Cheney, liberal feminist icon Liz Cheney. Well, needless to say, she lost. She lost the primary. And this was her concession speech. I don't know. I guess it was longer. I'm sure it was probably longer. But either way, she's talking about January 6th. Let's watch. She lost. This is a loser, by the way.
We must be very clear-eyed.
Look at this fucking audio. Why is the audio only in one fucking channel? This is CBS News. You should have 2 fucking audio channels. How am I only hearing this in my left ear?
About the threat we face and about what is required to defeat it. I have said since January 6th that I will do whatever it takes to ensure Donald Trump is never again anywhere near the Oval Office, and I mean it. And the ideals on which my party was founded. I love its history, and I love what our party has stood for. But I love my country more. So I ask you tonight to join me. As we leave here, let us resolve that we will stand together, Republicans, Democrats, and Independents, against those who would destroy our republic. They are angry, and they are determined.
So, I just want to say, 66% to 29%. Liz Cheney got 29%. The winner got 66%. 66%. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is insane. That is insane. Thank you for the super chat. West Crosby, buy Max a cookie. Oh, maybe I will. I actually have a big bag of, I got a big bag of cookies, for Max. I mean, they're kind of cookies. I don't know. Evas86, Choof 20. Thank you, thank you. God damn it, y'all. Now I'm gonna cry. Now I'm entering the cry zone. I just want to remind everyone, real quick, that if you do give me money on PayPal, Cash App, I do get a larger percentage than on YouTube. I'm just throwing that out there, but I know it doesn't work for everybody. Anyway, Liz Cheney lost epic style. She lost 2-1. That's crazy shit. But you know what else is crazy? Liz Cheney played with fire. I just want to remind everyone, Liz fucking Cheney shat all over her sister Lynn Cheney, who is gay, for coming out as gay, to get this seat in the first place. How did she get elected to Wyoming's at-large congressional district? By attacking her own sister for being gay? So this is this bitch's fucking shit-fuck legacy. I'm glad she lost. You know what? I would rather have a Republican in office who's insane than one of these so-called moderates who's also insane, but the media, for whatever reason, is allowed to pretend that they're not insane. Liz Cheney is fucking garbage, but there's certain sects in the media that think that she's a liberal hero because of this January 6th stuff. So, you know what? I'm glad she's going, because we need to treat Republicans as they are. They are insane. They are crazy motherfuckers, okay? There is no such thing as a good Republican. There is no such thing as a smart Republican. There is no such thing as a nice Republican. They are genocidal freaks of nature. They are fucking crazy Looney Tunes, fucking garbage can man motherfuckers, okay? So I need you to understand, Liz Cheney losing, that's a good thing. It's a good thing for truth, because now the media is going to, at least I hope, stop lying about, like, imagine like 10 years from now, the media is going to go like, conservative moderate Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's basically what they're doing with Liz Cheney. I want you to understand this. Imagine 10 years from now, moderate Republican Lauren Boebert was really the voice of reason in the latest debate. Imagine that, because that's what Liz Cheney is. She is fucking Looney Tunes. She's a crazy bitch. And now she's the fucking hero moderate of the Republican Party. So I'm glad, get rid of her. But it is hilarious how hard she got owned. I mean, honestly, it is really funny. It is really funny. 66 to 30 points. Fuck me, man. That is crazy shit. That's crazy. Anyway, there you go. I got like my hair is like super knotted in the back. I haven't brushed it since I've been up. Y'all, I can't believe it, but somehow I have not advertised Cooking with the Bitch yet on this show. In 27 minutes. 27 minutes. 27 minutes. Cooking with the Bitch. Season 3. Episode 3. AKA episode 23. Cooking with the Goddamn Bitch. Spaghetti and seitan balls. So we're doing the seitan motif today. You know, lately, you know, the whole season I've been doing seitan. Started off with how to make seitan, make a salad. I made the seitan steak thing last week. And now we're making spaghetti and seitan balls. So check this out. The seitan motif will continue. Seitan is super cool, and I want to share this with everybody. So, and yeah, there you go. Check it out in 26 minutes. Environmental Coffee House. So is anybody going to tell me why there are lesbians that call themselves radical feminists and they hate trans women? Oh my god, Environmental Coffee House just discovered the TERF movement. Wow. Imagine discovering TERFs in August of 2022. Oh. Has anyone made the seitan yet? I've been doing this fucking shit for 3 weeks. Have you made the seitan yet, you lazy sons of bitches? You lazy fucking cocksucker motherfuckers. Too busy sucking cock to make any seitan, Because, I mean, that's actually a pretty good excuse, I will say. You know, if you give me the option 1, make seitan, option 2, suck some cock, you know, I mean, that's an easy choice, but... Am I a satanist? Yes, actually. Anyway, 25 minutes cooking with the bitch. But we got some more news here that I want to cover. I got some news. Don't talk about goddamn news. They are tariffs. TERF. Trans exclusionary radical feminist. I would put quotes around the radical feminist. Like, the whole point of feminism, right, at least at its inception, is that, like, women are just as capable of engaging in society as men, right? Now, the neo-feminist TERF stuff is that, like, women are ultra vulnerable, and that if a man pretends to be a woman, that, you know, that puts women at risk because women are inherently significantly more vulnerable. It's just, like, the TERF movement really is just, it's just sexist garbage, but, like, repackaged for, like, wine mom housewives that, like, sent in their audition tape for, like, the Real Housewives of New Jersey and got rejected. So, like, now they're just taking out their anger on the world, you know what I mean? It's really bad. It's really, really bad. I tell my ex-girlfriend the biggest problem women have is other women in this country. Well, tell your ex-girlfriend to watch my show. How about that? Yeah, the idea of pretending that seitan is like fake meat, I think is stupid. It's a different kind of food. Like, there's no real and fake. Like what does that mean? Real implies that it's better. Fake implies that it's worse. It's a different food. Like, seitan and meat. One is unhealthy. One is immoral, unethical, environmentally destructive. The other one is less on all the categories and more healthy. Like, it's a different food. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like drinking, like, that's like, I don't know. Like, it's like drinking, like, dollar store or, like, gas station coffee and then saying it's fake coffee. It's just, you know, it's different. It's still coffee. It's just different. I don't know what to tell you. Like, but, you know, it's the drug addict thing. Riolon is just a drug addict. It's that simple. It's meant to be a meat analog. I don't know what that means. Like, that is just some, like, hyper normie shit. Like, it's meant to be a meat analog. What is that? Like, it's seitan. Like, it's a food, right? It's like, it's a food that you eat. Yeah, I don't do the meat flavoring stuff. I think that's a little lame. The only exception is there's this ramen I like that's like the super spicy meme ramen. But they've got like the artificial bullshit in it. It's all fake. It's all fake. Cock is from heaven. Now that's true. If you quit meat, part of the point is you don't need to eat that. It's like quitting smoking. Any substitute is technically still doing it. No. I mean, it's not even remotely close. Like, if you quit smoking and you're vaping, right? Like, is it harm reduction? Maybe, depending. But, like, you're still consuming nicotine, right? If you stop eating meat and switch to being a vegetarian and eat seitan, that's not still eating meat, right? It's seitan. It's a food. I don't know what this... Man, I gotta work on you people more.
Only I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
We need a little work on the mental health of this chat room. We got a lot of stupid motherfuckers here. Anyway, let's get into the news. Speaking of mental health, more than 2,000 California mental health clinicians set to strike. Thousands of mental health therapists at the country's largest nonprofit HMO are poised to strike this week, holding daily picket lines and rallies outside Kaiser facilities throughout California. The unionized psychologists, therapists, chemical dependency counselors, and social workers are demanding that Kaiser Permanente provide desperately needed services to its patients, claiming that some wait months for needed therapy sessions. The open-ended strike is set to begin Monday. The National Union of Healthcare Workers, which represents 16,000 workers in California and Hawaii, said Kaiser, Kaiser staffs about 1 full-time mental health clinician for every 2,600 members, leading to therapists leaving Kaiser at a record rate, the union said. This is one of those things that is just insane to me, right? Like, we have this system where you need to have private healthcare, but, like, they don't even do their job, right? Okay, so I'm supposed to pay for health insurance, and then they sell me a product, healthcare, and that I don't get that product? Like, I have to wait 3 months to get a therapist? Like, what is a monthly health insurance payment? And you're telling me you can see a therapist once every 3 months? So that's like, what, one therapist for, not to mention the deductible and copay, but like thousands of dollars for every appointment? Are you joking? Are you joking? It's like going to the dollar store, or just going anywhere, and like buying, like, I don't know, anything, like just any item. Like, imagine buying a pair of scissors, right? But it's in a package. You open the package, right? And then there are no scissors. It's like a piece of cardboard that's like, it looks like scissors when you look at it through the packaging. And then on the piece of cardboard, it says, you know, mail in $10 to this address, and then we'll send you a pair of scissors in 6 to 8 business weeks. What? But I thought I just bought the scissors. You know what I mean? That's a weird analogy, but... Quote, patients are getting ripped off while Kaiser's coffers are bulging, Union President Sal Rosselli said in a statement, "We don't take striking lightly, but it's time to take a stand and make Kaiser spend some of its billions on mental health care." Exactly fucking right. The strike comes as the country experiences a surge in mental health issues. The World Health Organization said the first year of the COVID pandemic triggered a 25% increase in anxiety and depression worldwide. And a pediatrics group last year declared that mental health challenges among children during the pandemic had become a national emergency. The union said that patients who need therapy every week or every 2 weeks are waiting months to start therapy regimens, and then another 4 to 8 weeks between appointments. So you can only see a therapist every fucking 1 to 2 months? Again, how much money are you paying in monthly, as well as, again, deductibles and copays? In a statement, Kaiser Permanente said the 2 key issues the parties are bargaining over are wage increases and the union's demands to increase the time therapists are able to spend in tasks other than seeing patients. Kaiser said they have proposed an increase in time allocated for administrative work, but the union is demanding more. In a release, the striking clinician said Kaiser, which reported an $8.1 billion net profit last year, refuses to adequately invest in additional staff, take steps to reduce the burnout of current employees, and do what is necessary to bring its mental health clinics into parity with other health services the HMO provides. That's another point of, like, if you're overworked, if you're a therapist and you're overworked, right? Guess what? You're not going to be that good at your job compared to if you're not overworked, right? If you're overworked and you're just like, you're tired, you're not sleeping properly, you're not going to be able to provide the service that you're required to, as well as if you actually had to work a normal day, or if you didn't get overworked, or if you weren't like doing like fucking 17 overtime shifts. You know what I mean? So that's the other thing, is not only do the workers suffer here, but the patients suffer. The patients suffer tremendously. Kaiser said the union is exploiting current challenges as a bargaining tactic. Go fuck yourself. This quote, despite the, I don't care what they have to say. In 2014, Kaiser was fined $4 million for issues with its mental health services. California is also investigating whether Kaiser is providing adequate mental health care to its members. The clinicians voted in June to go on strike after a year of failed contract negotiations. Last November, unions and Kaiser management reached an agreement to avoid a strike at 14 West Coast hospitals and hundreds of clinics and medical offices. The strike would have included 32,000 union, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so all the power to these motherfuckers, and this was written on Sunday, August 14th. So Monday in this article is referencing the last Monday. So they should be striking already. But again, like these fucking corporations, they will take your money and literally not even give you what you're paying for. How fucked up is that? They make so much money and they won't even give you what you pay for. It's crazy. Imagine like doing like online shopping, right? And you're like buying like a stuffed animal, right? And like in the mail, like you get like an envelope, a letter envelope, and you unfold it, and it's a piece of paper with a black and white print of the stuffed animal on it, with a note at the bottom that says, "I hope you enjoyed your purchase." You'd be like, what the fuck? I thought I bought healthcare, motherfucker, and now you're telling me I got nothing? Stupid ass shit. Stupid ass shit. And it's sad. Anyway, damn. What a show. What a show. I'm going to, real quick, do a movie review, and then everybody is going to go to the Cooking with the Bitch chat room, and watch the premiere in 13 minutes. So, check that out. But first, I'm going to do a movie review, because I love movies. World's Greatest Dad is amazing. I gotta watch it again. I'm happy that you went in blind on that one. I watched that a long time ago, but I also went in blind. It's like a movie that you don't, like, based on the cover and like the descriptions and like the opening, right? You don't really, like, it's a really interesting twist that you don't see coming at all, and it's interesting. And then the rest of the movie is just, it's great. Alright, y'all. Movie time! Movie time! I can watch the movie! It's the movie time! Go! Movie review, folks. That's the intro to the movie review segment now. Now, Max the dog thinks I'm talking to him. Max, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. Do you know who I'm talking to? Yesterday, I watched Terminator 3. Terminator 3. A lot of people told me don't do it. That's what they said to me. I watched Terminator 1 and 2 and did reviews of them. Never seen them before, and everyone was telling me, don't do it. Don't watch Terminator 3. Don't do it. And I was thinking to myself, I'm going to do it. And they were telling me, don't fucking do it. I swear to God, if you do it, I'll unsubscribe. And I was like, what? Anyway, so I did it. Terminator 3, certified, not bad. So, now I will say, going into this movie, I was really high. And, as always, when I watch movies. And, I'm not gonna lie, I really, really, really enjoyed this film. Now, is it as good as Terminator 1? Well, there's no Arnold's floppy cock. So, no. Is it as good as Terminator 2? No. I mean, like, this is easily, without it, I personally think Terminator 1 and 2 are both equally good, and in some ways Terminator 1 is better, and in some ways Terminator 2 is better, but, like, they're both really good. This is definitely a downgrade, but it's still really good. It's still really good. I think it's absolutely a downgrade. It's absolutely not as good as Terminator 1 and 2, but it's still really good. I would recommend watching this. Now, people in the chat are mentioning the fact that Terminator 3 has titties. That is true. To my understanding, weren't they on wasn't it like a television or something? Like they were watching TV or some shit. It wasn't like an actual character's titties, I don't think. But anyway, again, I never understood this meme where in movies, like, showing titties is fine, right? But you can't show cock, right? Terminator 1, Arnold's dick is visible and it's flopping around. And then it's just downgrading from there. Like, why wasn't there a floppy dick in Terminator 2? You know, the intro sequence, right, when they, like, time travel is the same in all three movies. And yet we only get dick in the first one? That's not okay, right? Anyway, I'm getting on a sidetrack. Terminator 3, my favorite part of this movie is the chase scene on the highway. Like, right after Terminator Arnold, finds John Connor and the other bitch. And they're in that, like, pet van, and they're, like, driving away from the, Terminatrix. Wow. That was a great scene. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how much of that scene was CGI or practical, but it looked really good. It looked really good, man. When, like, that Terminatrix bitch is, like, driving the crane thing, and the crane thing is, like, off on the side, and it's, like, tearing through buildings for no reason. There's no reason that the crane is just tearing through buildings, but it's going, like, right? It's, oh, man, that shit was great. That was great. What a good movie, man. This is a fucking fun movie. Now, again, it's a little cheesier than Terminator 1 and 2. Terminator 2 has got that good, like, really vintage cheese, you know, where it's like Arnold the Terminator, like, says a bunch of cringy lines, but it's cute because he's a Terminator and he says it in the Terminator way, so it's cheesy, but it's good at the same time, and that's... But this movie is a little cheesier. So anyway, they go find the tomb of Sarah Connor, who's dead now, rip, by the way. And then there's like a bunch of guns in the coffin, which is cool. They get into a hearse. I love the scene where the Terminator destroys all the cop cars with the minigun, but doesn't kill any, unfortunately. But destroys all the cop cars. They blow the fuck up, and everyone's freaking the fuck out. I love that scene with the doctor that was in Terminator 2 and fucking with Sarah Connor. Like, the doctor just has a small cameo, sees Arnold, and then runs away and gets scared. I thought that was great. And it was just, I mean, this is a good movie. Like, is it as good as 1 and 2? No, but it's still a good movie. Terminator 3, the thing about these movies that's interesting to me is Terminator 1 is 1984, right? Terminator 2 is, what, 1991? So there's, like, a big gap. And then this one is, like, 2003 or some shit. Like, there's, like, huge gaps in between each movie, and that, to me, is very interesting. But anyway, Terminator 3, man, I enjoyed it. I liked the ending. The twist at the end was, like, you know, they couldn't stop Judgment Day, and the whole story was just a waste of time. But they went to the secret facility or whatever, you know, like, that they could survive the nuclear blasts, right? I think that's super cool, right? But, this movie, in my opinion, there was a little... there's a little much, for me, but I loved the ending where they go, where, like, the admiral dude, the general, like, presses the activate Skynet thing, and then, like, so imagine, right, you activate Skynet, you're a little unsure, you're not sure what's going to happen, you're a little nervous, you activate Skynet, and then 10 seconds later, you have a robot tearing your fucking intestines apart with a machine gun. That's basically this guy's story. Like, damn, talk about a bad 60-second time span. Right, there's like a virus destroying the whole network in the world, and then you press a button, and then a robot fucking murders you. Like, that's crazy shit. That's crazy fucking shit. Anyway, I'm in. I like the Terminator 3. Or, I like Terminator 3. Is it as good as 1 and 2? No, but you know what? Can you really expect a series to be like Nightmare on Elm Street? Like, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is the best Nightmare on Elm Street. Is every series going to be Nightmare on Elm Street? Unfortunately not. But Terminator 3 is good. I recommend it. I love the convertible hearse. They love making convertibles in Terminator. Terminator 2, you had the convertible semi-truck. In this one, you've got the convertible hearse. It's just a great theme. I love this. I love this series. I'm really into it, to be honest. I mean, this is a good series. Now, again, I know that there's 3 more films, people have told me. And so I'm looking forward to watching them whenever I have time. But you know what? I mean, I like the universe of Terminator as well. Like, with the time travel, I love how all 3 movies so far are a consistent time travel loop. That's actually really cool, right? Like, a lot of movies that do time travel don't really do it too well, but Terminator 1, 2, and 3 all are self-consistent, and in the trilogy, all 3 movies are interconsistent with each other when it comes to the overall timeline. Right, so it's just great. It's just great. I mean, that is a really cool feature. That it's just, I like it. I like it. Anyway, Terminator 3. Check it out. Do a Halloween show called Nightmare on Elm Stream. Get it? Stream instead of street because you're live streaming. Yikes.
No good. No good.
I'm used to cheesy dialogue from watching a lot of porn. Oh, that's good for you. Oh my god! You ever stretch like in such a good way that like it just feels really good? Cause damn. Wow. Holy moly. Alright y'all, Cooking with the Bitch premieres in 4 minutes. So I would like to say thank you for watching. I do appreciate the contributions. The monetary contributions. You know, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it means a lot. Anyway, Cooking with the Bitch in 3 minutes. So I'm gonna get the hell out of here. You are not going to get the hell out of here because you're gonna watch Cooking with the Bitch live in 3 minutes. Tell your fucking friends. Say, hey yo, friend, because that's what you call your friends. Hey friend, check this out. It's Cooking with the Bitch, okay? Tell your mom. Hey yo, mom, bitch. It's Cooking with the Bitch. Get the hell in here. Tell your fucking dog. Hey dog. It's Cooking with the goddamn bitch. Get the hell in here. I will see y'all in the chat. I gotta go use the bathroom first, so I might be a little late. Thank you all, and I will see you again tomorrow. Also, once again, follow me on twitch.tv. I have been streaming haphazardly on this website, doing a little bit of Doom speedrunning. So feel free to just hop on in, Anyway, bye bye.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack yesterday. Yesterday is a hard word for me. Good. Take the word yesterday, because it doesn't work with me.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the votes. Those votes were put there a number of hours before.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
Read the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same.
And then they have cans of soup. Soup.